Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is December 29th, 2020. And twitch.tv/Night Attack. I'm Bryce Castillo, your pre-show navigator. Hello, everybody. Oh, let me click this here. Ooh, no memory card. Hello, everybody. We are... Oh, that made it... That's right. Hello, everybody. It's the pre-show for Night Attack. Oh, it's almost January. It's almost January now. Oh, my God. Ugh. Welcome to the last Night Attack of 2020. Drinking, got a Diet Mountain Dew today. Got a Diet Mountain Dew today. Thank you everybody who has been joining me the past week. As we've been doing Deck the Marbles, we will continue going until the end of the year. So tomorrow we're going to do a special Marbles 100 laps, one race. It'll take about an hour and a half. So you got to be there at the start. It'll start at 9 p.m. Eastern time. You got to be there at the start because that's the only chance you're going to get to actually be a part of the race. So make sure you join in for that. And then on the 31st, we're going to be part of the DC TV Streamathon. You can find all the shows there at twitch.tv/DC Streamathon. They'll be hosted there if you want to follow or check out. We've got some links and other information at the Discord, nightattack.tv/Discord there. But they're raising money for Extra Life, so that'll be fun. And get a chance to ring in the new year all day long. What a day. What a day. We were doing marbles earlier today. We did a daytime marbles so we could get Night Attack in. And what a day. I don't know. Today just hit me hard. Today just hit me really hard. I don't know. Something about just gestures at everything. But I'm glad to be back with you guys. We had a good time in marbles, and we're gonna have a good time today. We're gonna do our yearly tradition of going over the Google Year in Search, which will be fun. Kind of looking back a little bit on the year that is transpired. That is transpired. In fact, similarly, yesterday on cordkillers.com. We made public our Killies list, the Killies for 2012. 2020. Oh, it feels like it's been 8 years, though, doesn't it? The Killies for 2020. About 30 of our during Crunchy says about 30 of our favorite TV shows and movies that we discovered over the year, and that's good. So that's out now. Cordkillers.com as well as Cordkillers in all podcast directories. What else? We had Weird Things yesterday. Weird Things was fun. Tomorrow we'll have After Things come out where we talked at length about Wonder Woman 1984. But though I do hear that the guys also touched on it in Happy Hour yesterday. Monday's the 28th, December 28th Happy Hour. And I have no idea how they could have gone for another hour on that movie, unless they were just kind of hitting the same beats. But oh goodness. But yeah, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hello. I need to get the Ann Curry saying hello clip. I need to put that. I just need a button on my person that just dude. Hello everybody. Hello. Good morning everybody. Good morning. Oh, she said good morning, not hello. Ugh. Oh, I'm off my game. I spent all my mojo doing marbles. All right. Oh, here's something. It's time for Bryce's birthday borner. This is the borner of the pre-show, really, where we say congratulations and shouts outs to all the birthdays. So if you've had a birthday between today, December 29th, going back to December 23rd, please let us know in chat, twitch.tv/Night Attack, and we will give you some shouts outs. Otherwise, we have to say happy birthday to Chris Brown, and we don't like to do that. Flavor Toothpaste's younger brother birthday was the 28th. Happy birthday to the young Flavor Toothpaste. Jesus of Nazareth, of course, December 25th. Sure. Casey Blackburn's sister's birthday was on the 23rd. Happy birthday, Casey's sister. Let's see. Anybody else? I put in the chat. I make sure I put it in the chat a little early so people have a chance to get it. So that when I'm at this part of the show, at this part of the pre-show that I'm not needing to tap dance a little too much. I'm not needing to vamp too much. You know, we can just kind of get him in, get him gone. Quick Koala turned 46 today. Happy birthday, Quick Koala. Miravina's friend's son turned 18. Happy birthday, Miravina's friend's son. Supernova Girl's uncles was on the 23rd. Happy birthday. C-Spawn says Dr. Fauci was on December 25th as well. Happy birthday, Anthony Fauci. Theater Monkey says, does the birthday my turtle count? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it actually does. Happy birthday to Theater Monkey's turtle. Thank you, everybody who makes Bryce's birthday borner hour happen every week. And gets to say fuck off to Chris Brown. Also, Supernova Girl's cousin was on the 25th. And Vuff's little cousin Abigail turned 4 on the 30th. No, that's next week. No, Vuff, come back next week. No, you tricked me. I thought I was doing something good, getting it under the wire. No, you tricked me. It's the previous week. You do it on the previous week. Just clip out me saying it, and then end the clip when I mess up. End the clip when I realize I've messed up. Oh my goodness. It's just one of those pre-shows. I don't know. It's one of those pre-shows. Hey, shouts out to Mike TV Live giving us a raid. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good stream. I heard that you had been on the front page recently. I know it looked like you had been on there last week, I believe. So everybody, this is all to say everybody knows that they should go follow Mike TV Live here on Twitch, twitch.com/Mike TV Live. Our best friend, he made the outro music to Night Attack, and he's just so great. He's sweet. He's been on the show a million times. So thank you so much, Mike. I hope it was awesome. He says, yeah, it was awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Woo. Alex first says teaser. There's a Diamond Time post about that front page stream. Oh yeah, and the happy hour theme too. That's right. Of course, the happy hour theme. Not to mention NSFW shows Lullabies, both of them, right? They were right. That was 7 years ago. I remember this, right? Thank you, Mike. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Can we just luxuriate for a minute? Can we just luxuriate? I've been doing. I mentioned on the pre-show. Must have been weeks ago at this point. That I maybe it was in Weird Things. Maybe I don't remember. Now I don't remember. But I'm doing the Apple Fitness Plus thing, and one of the trainers who does the cool downs, they've got 5 or 10 minute cool downs where you do some stretches and they do some guided breathing, some meditation. Drink. That's a drink. And one of them, so there are like 3 of them that do it, right? There's, Dustin, right? There's Dustin. Dustin seems like a cool dude. There's, is it Jessica? I think it's Jessica is the lady. And then there's Greg. And y'all, I don't have, it's Greg. Okay, so you do the stretches. Stretches great. Everyone's got different stretches. Sometimes they focus a little more on the upper body. Sometimes a little more on the lower body, the hips, the core. And then they all have different styles of doing the guided meditation. So the Jessica one and the Dustin one, those are fun. Hey, you imagine the energy coming in and it's a blue light, and then releasing all the bad energy, and it's a red light. It's great. It's great. Now, Greg, with 2 G's, or 3 G's, I guess. His are just so. They just cut me right to the feeling. Oh. Imagine the things. Imagine the things in your life you would want on the inhale, And on the exhale, imagine the feeling of getting those things. Oh, I can't do that. I have too many intimacy issues to be feeling like that all the time, Greg. God damn. It's too much. Too much. But he's got the good 10-minute lower body exercise, and I needed it. I needed to do the weird pose that I can't stretch enough. I can't stretch enough for. I'm sorry, but G James B says multiple G Gregs are why I go by James. Wait, is your name Greg James? Greg James is like a really cool. Greg James is a cool name. You could be like a political correspondent with that name. It's me, Greg James, here, and I'm at the National Diet. I'm here at the Parliament. I'm here at the Congress. I'm Greg James. Gregory. There we go. NDTA says Bryce has a boy crush on Greg. No, I don't. I don't have a boy crush on Greg. No, not really. But the emotional. It's not that I'm like falling for him. I'm not falling for him. He even mentions he's got like a daughter, and I don't know. It's not. So I assume anyway. I'm not falling for him, but it's just there's a little emotional thing just to remind me that I haven't had therapy in 3 weeks. Oh shit. So that the stress of the day. I'm breathing it in and I'm breathing out, but I'm keeping my eyes open and I'm not imagining all the things I want. Okay. Emu says, get a hotel room already. No! Anathema says, Greg James is literally 2 great first names, 2 great middle names, and 2 great last names. Damn, that's a high thought. Anathema Unbound, that's a high thought. That's a good high thought. Oh, wait, you want to test it out? We can test this out now. Greg James is literally 2 great first names, 2 great middle names, and 2 great last names. Just a thought, relax. Oh, that worked. That's interesting. We have a lot of... I'm so glad that we've brought high thoughts back. And we have so many high thoughts in the email inbox. We are like barely making it out of the first or second week, I think, of when people really started sending them out in earnest. Renaigu says the OG high thought music is still better. Eat shit, Renaigu. You're good, dawg. I love you, Renaigu. Oh my goodness. But no, we got a lot of that's. I don't know. I need to go back and listen to, I guess, how Justin was doing the high thoughts. Because he always gets on me of like, you exited the high thoughts segment. You know, very fast. Like, I don't know. This is my, like, I'm trying to work on it. Oh my goodness. What else is going on? Oh, here's the thing. I had pulled this for weird things. Oh god. I had pulled this for weird things, and then we didn't and then we didn't end up doing it because we wanted to keep it a little short this week. And but I thought that this was interesting. The BBC posted on Twitter the other day. It was an on this day thing. So back they have this film from 1966 with kids giving their predictions for life in the year 2000.
Well, in the year 2000, I think I'll probably be in the spaceship to the moon dictating two robots, or else I may be, I don't know, having a in charge of a robot court, judging some robots, or I may be at a funeral of a computer, or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in a cave.
I don't like the idea of sort of getting out and finding you've got a cabbage pill to eat for breakfast or something.
Oh, I think
Cabbage. I like, nuclear weapons come up a lot in this. First off, but I think it's very interesting the things that kids gravitate towards the biggest strokes, like the big cultural strokes, right? That's why like kids like have like a weird obsession with Donald Trump. Not to say that they have a positive or negative association broadly, but they are aware of him and they have a fascination with him because he's the guy that talks about. So when you're in it's 1960 and you're thinking about, okay, this miniature, technology and also like food in pills and also nuclear bombs.
well, all these atomic bombs will be dropping around the place. And one will get near the centre because it will sort of make a huge, great big crater. And then the world will just melt and the world will become one vast atomic explosion.
Look at that. The world will, in 40 years, the world will melt because of nuclear weapons. Oh my God.
And it will become like a supernova, stars.
And that's the other thing is that these kids are also feel really knowledgeable. Saying stuff like that at the end, just like, and it's going to look like a supernova. Like, oh my God, kids in the 60s, these kids who look, I don't know, middle school. I guess, do middle schoolers know about supernovas? Do they know about supernovas?
Some madman will get the atomic bomb.
The hair swoop!
Stars.
Can we just...
Some madman will get the atomic stars. Some madman.
Oh, the swoop, the little beetle swoop. Oh, some madman will grab the atomic bomb.
Will get the atomic bomb and just blow the world into oblivion.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. The more people who get bombs, the more somebody's going to use it one day.
I'm just going to say a better anti-nuclear message in this clip from 1960 than in Wonder Woman 1984. Just saying.
Well, I think that it'll be so overpopulated that there'll all be wars, all nuclear explosions and everything. It'll make the Earth, too much radiation on it. It'll become too hot to live on. I think that there'll be no life at all, really, on the Earth.
I think overpopulation we hasn't definitively borne out. Global warming definitely has. Nuclear radiation, not nuclear holocaust. Let's say hasn't quite hit. Of course, this would be 26 years before the Chernobyl disaster. By the way.
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think that there is going to be all this automation. People are going to be out of work and a great population, and I think something has to be done about it. If I wasn't a biologist, that's what I'd like to do something about the population problem. Try and sort of temper it somehow. I don't know how.
I think this was really prescient for today, right? Automation, like clearly we're gonna be getting more and more, more and more automation as technology continues to improve, neural networks and automated machinery, but also like a lot of automation will be owned by the people who already have all the money. So it's something that's a serious concern, a serious going concern in 2020. Hey, Brian.
Doggone it. I was really hoping
Do you want to?
You would not notice me until after I figured out who they were. Capital T, they. Like, I was like, my first thought was the Japanese.
No, no, we're talking. So we're watching this clip from the BBC in 1966. Children believing what life would be like in the year 2000, and this kid just mentioned automation will become a huge problem. We just had like 4 kids in a row mention that, oh, the Earth will be melted because of nuclear holocaust. But this fine young chap mentions automation putting a lot of people out of work.
There is going to be all this automation. People are going to be out of work and a great population. I think something has to be done about it.
Boris Johnson.
If I wasn't a biologist, that's what I'd like to do. To do something about the population problem.
Yeah, someone earlier had mentioned overpopulation.
Temper it somehow. I don't know how.
I think it'll be very
How
dark.
worried are you about overpopulation? Because I find myself like I still have a gut bias to be worried about overpopulation, but I feel like I might be the last decade's generation that has that inherent fear, because your generation came up with new population projections, pretty much saying we're going to level off at around 9 billion, give or take.
I think I think there are density problems, but I think in general we have plenty of space for everybody. But right now, it will be tough to fit everybody if we don't have more urban centers. I think broadly speaking, I feel like you can't just keep putting people into New York. New York will be underwater, and that's going to displace all these people in the next 100 years. And
luckily, like, it seems like there's a reason you live closer into town than I do, right? Like, I'm more of an outlier in that I'm comfortable with all this space, whereas like everybody else on the team is trying to get closer to the urban density center. So I assume that we're sort of a self-correcting species in that regard, and that we tend to prefer to live close to each other.
Well, and here in Austin, right? Like part of that is the spread of Austin, right? Austin is not landlocked at all, right? Austin can continue to expand out and out and out, and what counts as Austin can spread even if district lines don't. But like back home where I'm from, the Tidewater, Norfolk region, like
every 35 feet you're a new city or a township or a village or a wish.
That's right. We don't have counties in Virginia, but so every county is a state or a city. But that area is very landlocked, and it's also got a very large suburban a lot of suburban areas, and so it's not easy to expand there because you're backed up against the ocean on one side, and long-term homes on the other side.
That does explain quite a bit in terms of, like, I remember when we were shooting the very first pilot project that I did, I remember being so confused that they were talking about, like, oh, over in this other city, like, where's that? They're like, across the street. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But in a world where it's like, that was, where the colonies were and everything, the streets were established and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled out here. Did you have any, like, big surprise? Virginia's pretty spread out insofar as, like, the interstate highways, it's every mile is an exit and so on. So my guess is that wasn't a huge surprise to you coming out to Texas.
Yeah. In fact, the thing that surprised me specifically about the highways or freeways is that not the tolls, because we just started getting those in my area, which is very frustrating because here in Austin, you kind of have, it feels like you have options in terms of not using the tolls.
Right.
That area, especially that Norfolk area where I'm from, has major bridge tunnels that connect different cities.
Like 7-8 miles at a time, where it's like you're either going to be on the pan lane or the get bent.
No, there's no pang lane.
Shoot.
The two major bridge tunnels that I would use, that you could use to directly get from one city to the other, were both became tolls a few years before I moved out here. And there is another large thoroughfare if you want to go way out of the way through 4 other cities. But for a lot of people, it's not feasible. And so,
I think Justin's calling.
Is it as feasible as answering my phone call?
Shit!
But
I do like the fact that the ghost of the voice shows up before the physical form.
Hey, Justin.
I try to respect my moment on the show. Like, I'll wait until there's a thing,
by
and then
respect,
be like,
what you mean is,
and maybe there's a little bit of blank, and it's like, he's here.
That's going to be my new jam, is when I see Justin Robert Young is calling and I have Bryce's full attention, I'm going to wait to tee you up for a ghost voice moment. I'll try to do that next time.
That'd be a great one. Yeah. Just be like, well, I don't know. What about?
Let us pray to the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. What do you think of your tunnel?
407 tunnels ago.
$7 ago, I entered this son of a bitch. Fuck you, traffic.
I'm Abraham Lincoln.
I haven't seen traffic worse than this underground since something underground railroad. No.
Was there a tunnel during Abraham Lincoln's life? How many tunnels did we have in America when
5.
Abraham Lincoln was
5.
alive?
We had the Great Five. Big Five. It was called the Dakotish because they couldn't decide. It was called Old California Road. There used to be a tunnel that went from California all the way to Washington, D.C.
Quite a long tunnel.
Wow, that's a tunnel. I'm not gonna say who dug it, but I got some guesses.
It was Jefferson's dick.
Yeah, that's why it exits at Monticello.
Talk about a frontage road.
Frontage road.
Right under, like he just laid belly down on his bed and just had a boner so massive it just snuck Tremors style through the earth.
Tremors style. That's the next sex move I'm gonna bust out. All right, I call this one Tremors style. Get ready.
Reba McEntire's ancestor was pissed.
Anyway, and the other 2 were Canada.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
some
Okay.
history.
Yeah,
Also, that's
good.
only 4.
Well,
but I mean, the 5th.
The
5th is the Holy Ghost.
Remember,
obviously.
The 5th
keeps the space for the Holy Ghost.
If you think about it, it's all 4 of them put together makes a 5th one. It's Voltron.
Yeah.
I'm describing Voltron.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Oh, you know. How are you?
Light down a little bit. Sorry, I'm forever adjusting my fucking hue lights now because I keep getting. I made the mistake of trying to upgrade some shit, and then that meant that I was clearly out of. I needed another upgrade, so I got another upgrade, and then I fucked with that all last night.
Justin,
it was a thing.
Yeah, as you know, in the pre-show we have a rule: all tech grievances are welcome, so long as they are sung. Will you please sing to us?
Okay,
as a ballad, your frustrations.
Can I get a suggestion on a style? In the style of?
Yeah, Bryan Adams.
Okay.
Breathy Canadian.
Yeah.
Think of Robin Hood.
Gotcha. Yeah, of course. Do you know when you upgrade your hue lamps that you have to keep the old bridge? When you try to install the new bridge and find your lights, they'll all be gone except for 2. That'll be on the new bridge until you check on Reddit that you fucked it all up because you gotta keep the old bridge, because there's a wizard inside the app that they made when they decided to totally fuck up the thing and make the new bridge. So it took 2 hours when it should have taken 20 minutes. And it's because you willfully disregarded all of the instructions. And it's your fault. But at the end of the day, at least you got a pre-show bid from throwing away the old bridge.
Yeah!
New bridge, old bridge. Bridge over troubled waters.
Yeah, that's new bridge / old bridge.
You got the old bridge. We're going meta when we take it to the bridge and the song about the bridges.
Hey, girl, when you get a new bridge, you got to keep the old bridge.
The Bridges of Madison County was an amazing film. I'm told they made it into a book, if you can believe that.
For real though, keep your fucking old bridge.
Sorry, I just want to fuck with you. Sorry.
For real though, keep your old bridge. It's like 2 seconds if you do it right. And I wasted a fuck of a lot of time.
You just threw it out before. Couldn't you plug it in even when you got the new one?
Well, I just assumed that like you've got an old thing, you want to replace the new thing, so you take out the old thing and you put in the new thing and it's gonna work. Not so. I don't want to sing that song, so I won't go any further.
And I got me a new thing, but my old thing reminded me of a prenuptial agreement. So my new thing got mad at my old thing. And the bridges of Madison County is on the TV.
Oh shit! I didn't. Is that the actual plot of Bridges of Madison County?
No. I would love to pretend it is.
Yeah, they threw away their Hue kit and it fucked everything up.
Yeah. Dude, fucking Clint Eastwood was so pissed.
Also, the plot of all James Bond movies is he threw away his Q kit, and then no.
But he uses
Son
the
of a
Q.
bitch. Can I talk about the fact that I am now a regular at a very 2020 bar?
Oh. You're holding up a clear plastic cup full of some brown
full of
liquid.
Beer.
A beer. Okay.
Yep.
We can confirm it is a beer.
It is a beer.
Not your own diarrhea. Well, you're not, just for anybody at home, audio
just
listeners might not know. No coffee.
Because brown liquid,
no
all was said was
No.
brown liquid. So for all of you who were immediately thinking it was hot diarrhea of my own, not others, but of my own, please rest assured it is not. So out here, because bars have been closed for so long and are again totally closed even to outdoor stuff, they have sold beer out the front like it was a lemonade stand. And apparently I've gone to this bar so much, and also they've scaled down their crew so much that I am buying beer from the same bartender at this place to just walk away. And so now he likes me so much that every time I go there, he just gives me double the order. So I order one beer and he's just like, I'm giving you two. And I'm like,
so here's the question is, do you cement the bargain with, I don't know, $20 tip just once?
Oh, no, that is a hidden element. I'm glad you identified it. I am all about the ridiculous tip. Like now that all I do is like, I know all these people are hurting. So like I will, if I tip 20%, it is either me being very angry at you.
It's you vindictive.
It's me being, that's me at my most vindictive is tipping 20%.
Or you being so drunk that you have something called double vision, where you intend to only tip 10% out of spite, but you have double vision and you end up tipping double.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That is something that also happens. But here we go. Shout out to Lucas on Grand.
Speaking of which, shout out to any server.
A Coca-Cola.
They ain't paying us yet. So if you're a server, do me a favor. Conspicuously forget to charge me like 99 cents for a fountain drink. But, let it be a conspicuously low tab, and I will notice. I will tip you heavily, and I will forever there. Like the heuristic is, this person gets mad tips always forever. And I never think about it again.
All right. How much can they pull up the skirt though? Like, can they be like, forgot to put on the Coke. Never mind. You just take it. Like, is that okay? Or do you need to figure out the puzzle?
It depends. If you're super crafty, you figure out a way to insist that something is slightly amiss, where it's like, I don't know, you order a flour tortilla, something or other, and extra cheese.
This is definitely not about torchies. This is
no
not
idea
about
what you're talking
torchies.
about. But then you're about
This
to
is
hand
all
it over.
servers. All servers around.
You're about to hand it over.
Everywhere, definitely not at torchies.
Okay, what you do is
just give me some free queso sauce.
By the way, about to be a national chain, about to expand nationwide.
Right. I don't know how to feel about that. But if you're about to hand it over,
if I can predict,
you're about to hand it over, and then it's like, pull it back just as they're about to touch it and go, wait a minute. And then quote back to them, you said extra pico, didn't you? And then they're like, yes, because checkmate. Anytime anybody asks for anything, you're like, I mean, I guess that's extra pico, but that's fucked up. That is fucked up. And then you say, it's fine. It's really fine. And then you, the server, say, no, man, it's not fine. I insist. And then say it loudly with your arms outstretched. I insist your order be free. Fuck this.
That might be on the upper end of the spectrum, I think, in this.
Right. And then,
oh, wait, hey, can I give you some director's commentary
Sure.
on those moments?
Sure.
Because having worked as a server for long enough, this happens all the fucking time. This is performative.
Yep.
You have correctly identified that indeed it is them doing a thing.
God, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up how right I was, Justin. Because I was saying just the other day, nobody should have to have a performative aspect to this shit, and your comedy should just be genuine from the heart, and that's all you wanted, man. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. This Patreon, I can't take any of it. I'm sorry. You were saying.
No! Forsooth! Brian, hark! Indeed, you are correct. There can be no theatricality to these moments. So disgusting. I, too, forsake all of the Patreon dollars.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, they got to go somewhere. So how about the foundation for out-of-work actors who care so much about their comedy that they don't take any money from Patreon? I'm going to set up a foundation right now.
Can there be no better target for this benefit than out-of-work actors who have but recently, perchance, developed Shakespearean effects?
To wit, Patreon et al. For toi.
For toi! For toi to you, good sir. For toi!
Too far up our own butts. We're already too far.
We're already. Yeah, let's remove it. Pull it out 6 inches. Shit. All right. So no. Here, you want to know how this actually goes?
Yep.
In a kitchen.
Yep.
So, number one
what's
thing
up?
to realize at any restaurant you ever go to, line cooks are construction workers that don't want to wake up early.
Yeah.
It's the
So
exact
every
same
time you
personality
walk
type.
in, even though you work at the same establishment, they're all like, yo, baby. And then they're shouting at you.
No. Yeah. They just can't see you. They would if they could. And they do when they do. But they just you're not outside. But they're effectively the exact same personality types. Having no construction workers and no line cooks. They fuck up shit all the time. It's just a thing that happens because, there's a lot of food that comes in and out. So if you're a server and you know that moment of presentation is why you get paid, and you are in concert with these people, you are very aware of when they fuck shit up.
You're basically middle management.
Yes.
Hey, I get paid to accept the bullshit from them and the bullshit from you.
Yep.
That's me.
And so when they see some shit come out that is definitely not what the other people ordered, then you immediately go to the manager, who's either usually on the line or close to the line, and you're like, this has extra pico. What do we want to do? And the manager will be like, or you'll go to the manager and be like, hey, can I comp this? And the manager will be like, ask them if they want something different. And if they don't, or if they do, whatever, we can comp that one. Or they'll say, redo it, and you get to bring that out. That's actually really what it is. You tell them to redo it, and then they bring out the one with extra pico, and you're like, hey, this has extra pico. You want to know what? I can't do this. I don't know. But you come here all the time. You want to know what? For you, free. And you want to know what? I'm going to go right back there. I'm going to make them remake it the way you actually wanted. And that way you get to be the superhero of all time and saves your tip. But really, it's like the same interaction that happens behind the line all the time.
Okay, so would it be too crass to do something like, let's say you're going to go to a place more than once? Because when you're life on the road, it's like, whatever, you tip like you're skipping town.
Yeah.
But if you know you're going to come back, can you get away with something like, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to tip you 200%, but just surprise me next time. No.
Wait, surprise you on what? Just food?
Well, like, I'm a pretty big fan of wrapping your own presents, no, there's no way I could think of to do this that doesn't sound creepy. Never mind.
Well, no. You can actually access the source code. If you tip enough and you're like, hey, just like the next time it comes back and it's fucked up, it's like, line fucked it up, huh? And they're like, yeah, they did. Like, you can know what it is. And also, once you are like in that matrix for them, like especially where like you go, those people know, and they're going to tell their managers, or they have authority enough to be like, yeah, we're just going to comp this order that was fucked up, or we're just going to bring them out another one because this man comes in all the fucking time. You don't want to fuck with somebody that is like they're giving you wild tips. So like they're gonna flex that shit no matter what.
Yeah, but I guess also I don't know, what I value more is priority boarding. Like in a world where I've now lost the ability or reason to fly anywhere, like knowing that I can't board the plane before everyone else, I at least want to be able to sit down at the bar, and in a world where somebody's gonna scan and choose to take care of me before somebody else, I want to be first. What is the best way to guarantee that spot? Do I give a big fat tip and say, hey, person's name, who I'm definitely learning right now, here's a $20 tip. I don't expect anything outside of work. This is not hitting on you. Just please give me priority over other people.
Usual. You need a usual.
Which you have
I don't
complained
like.
multiple times.
Yeah. No. I actually try to throw people off the scent of my usual.
You need a usual. If you walk in and you can just do like, all right, another thing that's happened during the pandemic, I go to this same cigar store and they know my cigar order. And literally, even if there's like a line around, I just say to the lady, like, and when I get to the front of the line, she's just got my shit. Hand her my thing. That's it. Like, you need a usual if you want fast service without even talking.
Yeah.
The other hack is to order ahead or order online, because usually that stuff is either pre-made or gets made, when you show up, so it's hot. Like Torchy's has a different line just for pickups.
Yeah, which is a thing I would not do. It's
use an app.
Ordering online is basically submitting. The key part of that phrase is line for Brian. Like, online is basically submitting yourself to a line.
You're so right. It's admitting there is a line. It's admitting that I belong in a line. It's admitting that the best way to beat a line is to get in it earlier than anyone else. I don't like anything about any of that. I can't.
So hold on. Okay, so hold on. You want a place?
I swear to God.
You want a place where they don't know your name.
Yes.
But they give you the best service immediately.
Yes.
And all of the money changes hands at the end instead of at the beginning.
Yes.
And
what I'm describing is the airport. I want to go back to the airport. I want a reason to go to the airport.
I would think, no. Brian, I think you would feel better if you could walk up and slap $100 bills down and be like, hey, that's my tab, and here's my first order out of it.
Do you know what I would love even more?
You would like it if you could outbuy like the line.
I would love it if a restaurant reached out to me and said, "Hello, we have a special offer. We don't want to give it to you directly. We would like to give it to your representative. Please give us the email address of your representative." And me not having a representative would make a fake address and say, "Yes, talk to Gary at schwood.com." And then they would hit up Gary at schwood.com and they would say,
"Please, everybody,
listen,
email Gary at schwood.com right now."
Also, let me make Gary at schwood.com a thing. Gary, we understand Brian is very important. We would like to set up a secret deal where you give us $200. And every time Brian shows up, our facial recognition software will recognize him as being very important and having paid us $200, and we will allow him to strut and flex as though he is cock of the walk. And I will say, as Gary, not Brian, I demand you take $400. And they will say, fine, we'll do that. And then everything else, and then I get the fantasy of
what is the service that you get out of this?
Feeling awesome.
No, I mean literally.
Never
What are you?
waiting.
This is a restaurant.
Yes.
And so the idea is that you walk in and they facial recognize you, so that when you sit down, they know your order already.
And they make a dumb show of how I am being made to skip the line, even if there is no line. They fake and they lie to me that there's a line, and then I'm skipping it.
And so you would rather have, but you'd rather
want. Wait, hold on. In the show that they make when you get to the line.
Yes.
Like, do you want big showy show like flash paper, or do you want them to like throw a coat over your head so they can bring you to the back private area to block you from paparazzi?
Look, how you decide to convince me that this is real is up to you.
No. Now it becomes to your whim. You are now being treated extra special. So like, do you want the like, oh my God, he's here, Brian Brushwood, or do you want like, no, because I know you want the quiet thing. Like what you really want is to walk in and to have the like Cheers experience in a very exclusive place. You want to walk into the most exclusive restaurant in town and just like in fucking sweatpants and a t-shirt, like while everybody else is in suits, you just skip a line that they're inexplicably waiting in and just be like, "Sup, Jerry?" And Jerry's like, "Mr. B." Well, what would you like? Because I won't assume that you want the same thing you got last time, because that's another weird thing you're into.
Well, and this is like a part of the performance. The most important part of the performance is that you've got to convince me that you're not doing it because I paid you $200 a year. That's you've got to convince me that it's like I'm going to give you $200 a year. And I'm going to assume that covers the part where you bother to Google my name and learn just 3 facts about me. And then have 3 people come up and say, "Oh my God, are you that guy from that YouTube channel?" "Well, yes, I am." Like,
so now you do want to
bother you. I don't want to bother you. Have a great night. Good night. And like, "Oh my God, are you that guy from the #1 comedy album team?" Like, "Yes, I am." Like, really love that one joke. Reference the joke Diamond Club symbol out. You know, like that. That's not, I mean, okay, maybe $500 a year. I don't know.
I mean, that's really, I don't know. Part of it is like the fact that our entire culture of restaurants have been broken through this year. But I feel like normally that's just going to the same restaurant all the time.
Yes, in which an authentic backstory is written for you that you have no authorship of, which I fear deeply.
What do you mean you have no authorship of? You have 50% authorship of.
I mean, I have 100% authorship of it, but then I have to like order salads all the time. You know,
I mean, just order what you want to eat.
No, you don't.
I mean, if
you can get.
Okay,
well, no.
Here's what I want.
Here, hold on. No. Here, I feel like we're workshopping something very important here. You just need your first order to just be a beer, the same beer. If you're going to like Torchy's, right?
Yeah.
Don't make your first order the food. Make your first order the beer. And then when they bring you the beer, then order whatever you want food-wise. But if you want to skip the line influence-wise, just always make like, hey, when I show up, I want a blank. Like, boop. And I'll tell you, if you even said that to a bartender, that bartender would appreciate it. Like, they would know immediately that you're there. They could knock out that first thing, and then you're going to order something.
Yeah, but put a pin in that.
What's the problem with that?
Just that part of my fantasy is it's a very specific fantasy.
For the record, everybody who's worked in the food industry, who's in the chat right now, have been nothing but enthusiastic about my representation.
Oh, I'm aware.
of this field.
Yeah, no. I would love it. Everybody would love it if I walked in and I just had a number over my forehead, and then they just punched in the number, and nobody had to talk to me.
No, but you don't want to know what our number is. We have to guess the number.
I want everybody to.
You set up a scenario where you are your own fake personal assistant.
Wait. Say that again?
Remember earlier your facial recognition thing? You
need Gary. Gary needs to call Torchies every day and be like,
yes.
Mr. Brushwood is showing up in the next 5 minutes. He would like this and this, and he would not like to be spoken to. Thank you.
Right.
But and then he hangs up.
I must never know that is said about me. I must think that I'm just treated very well randomly.
You want a multiple personality disorder.
Look, do you want me to come or not? We can make this fast or we can make this slow. I've spent $500 either way, and I'm going to give what I came here for.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I feel like restaurants aren't for you.
All right, well,
just want to feel special everywhere I go all the time.
But also,
don't we all?
But also not be acknowledged for being special.
Not be acknowledged.
Yeah. Like everybody be cool.
Like
I don't think that's too much to ask. Come on.
I'm so shocked that you haven't moved to LA. Like you literally.
LA is the worst about that
so
shit.
Much.
Oh. Everybody, okay, here's the fucked up thing about LA is everybody knows you're special.
There's too many Brians.
Yes, exactly. There's too many people. Everybody knows you're special, and they all want to hand you a fucking script. And it's like, look, I know I'm special, but I need you to pretend like I'm not special, unless that makes me special.
Bryce is having a moment right now. Bryce is like recalibrating everything he knows about his career
you guys
choices.
wanted honesty. This is what you get.
No one asked for honesty.
I'm trying to explain.
We were talking about restaurant orders.
I don't understand why I want it either, if that helps at all.
Holy shit.
All right. Introduce the last checks. Go use the bathroom. Get your drinks. So we can start the show here in a minute. Or do you need your personal assistant to go get you a drink?
No. Because there's an audience here. It changes everything. All the rules change when there's an audience.
Gotcha.
God damn it. Do you want a soda?
No, I'm good. Thanks. Actually, yeah. Can I get another diamond?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hi, Justin. How are you doing?
What's up, fam? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I was.
Oh, sweet Lobro's here.
Hi, Lobro.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Lobro.
Indeed. Justin.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the? Are you interested in doing the Apple Fitness thing? The Apple Fitness Plus thing?
No.
The videos? No. Okay.
I don't know. Do they have? I've actually felt like the simpler I keep my fitness regimen, the better. It just I need it can be explained in a text or a tweet. What I'm doing.
You mentioned you use a podcast for your HIIT workout, and that is seems like a very dead simple way to do it, right? Just whenever, wherever.
Well, no. I don't. I heard it on a podcast.
Oh, you just heard
I
it?
listened to.
Yeah.
Like they literally, and it wasn't even the podcast; it was their Patreon. Like one of the guys was like, "Hey, this is what I do," and I'm like, "Cool." And I just started doing it, and that was that.
And there you are.
And
okay.
Yeah, no, it was because it was dirt simple. It's 15 minutes, 10 burpees, 15 squats, 15 push-ups, as many reps as you can do in 15 minutes.
Nice.
And so that was easy, and I did it, and I started losing weight, and it was cool. Although I'll tell you what, though, I swear to God, I decided I wasn't going to do that in 2 phases anymore. Normally, I would go for my run, and then I would do some work, and then middle of the afternoon I would do that workout, and then I would shower again, blah blah blah. Lately I've been like, oh no, I'm gonna combine all of it into one thing. I'll do my 3-mile run, and then I'll do this the exact same, like right after I'm done.
There's no rest
to maximize the workout, get all my working out done in the morning. Boy, much harder.
I'm sure that's very
Spoiler
difficult
alert.
without a rest period in there. All right.
No, it is bad. And I feel like I was like fucked up today.
Justin, do you need to go freshen up your drink?
Let me go.
Go for it.
Not a bad person. I'm just honest.
You're good, man. It's fine.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's the fantasy. I am aware that it's complicated, but what I'm hoping is that AI robots can sort of like, you know, heaven forbid I should actually have to write out what I want, because that would ruin the whole experience. What I want is AI robots to recognize micro expressions on my face.
Oh.
And over multiple visits, figure out what I want in a way that doesn't acknowledge that it's what I want.
You want that in a place where all of the machinery beeps at the workers to know when the food is done.
All right. Look, are we talking about me or the workers here? We're talking about me.
Well, I'm just saying, notoriously the low margin industry of restaurants.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. On top of everything I'm saying, I also want the lie of equitable labor. They don't actually have to be paid fair living wages, but you need to lie to me and tell me they are.
Oh, don't worry.
You have to confirm that they all have insurance and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, you walk in and then, and in fact, don't even tell me directly, because I'll figure out that it's a lie. So instead, let me overhear the manager talking to his mistress at the secondary bar, the lesser bar.
This place has two bars.
Not the bar I'm going.
You're walking into a fancy sit-down restaurant.
Correct.
And you're hearing...
There's a lesser bar, and you could tell because it's not as fancy, and it's got all the sports on. It's got all the things that I want to look away from. And you overhear this guy trying to impress a girl saying, that's why I give everyone a living wage, and everyone has triple plus rated healthcare coverage, gold standard. And I know what that means, because your AI bots made sure to feed into my news algorithm that that's the best kind there is, like a week before. So I know this.
Okay. So you're walking in, you're overhearing that.
Everybody's getting paid a lot of money in my mind.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if they actually are.
So you I guess let's say you walk up to the host or hostess at the front.
A host.
Okay, sure. That doesn't matter either way, I guess.
Okay.
Does it?
Oh,
does it?
Sorry, I thought this was my fantasy.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, okay, you're walking up to the host. What happened?
Yes.
Hello, Mr. What am I saying? What is the host saying?
Hi, I'm sorry. I didn't make a reservation. And if you know that I'm expected, it's only because I assume some AIs have been snooping in my calendar or eavesdropping on my emails and voicemails and phone conversations.
You're explaining this all to the host.
No. The internal dialogue.
I see.
What I say is, hey, I didn't make any reservations at all. I probably should not be given a seat. Sorry. Is there anything
I'm going to leave now.
Right. No. And then they have to say, knowing full well that you know, they already figured out that I want to go there and I have a reservation and all that. They have to say, let's see what we can do. And they have to tell me no twice.
No,
not thrice. On the third one, when I pull out the hundo.
Okay, so they're saying, well, let me see what we can do. They walk away. They come back 2 minutes later. Sorry, we really don't have anything right now. And you ask again?
I say, are you sure?
Let me go check. Go back. 2 minutes later. Right. I really just say, right now we got kind of a lot of tabletops right now. And we're
Is there
a big
anything
party.
Mr. Franklin can do to convince you?
Oh, so you are just directly paying them in this?
Oh, no. Like, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
They will realize the folly of their ways at this moment, and they will refuse the bribe.
Right. Okay. So 2 rejections and a bribe rejection. I couldn't possibly do that.
Attempted bribe. They have to turn it down. That's part of it too.
Sorry, I couldn't possibly. We get paid well, and I've got good health insurance.
This is the part that they recognize. Like, wait, are you the dad of that kid from that show?
Yeah.
That I watch all the time? And they have to quote, 3 episodes.
3? Wow, yeah.
Yes, and then
Oh my God! Do you remember when Justin would called in and he was the government?
That's correct.
And we were walking through to figure out exactly
also,
what it looks like.
Specifically, it has to be from the last year and a half. Like only after
Only
we
the
took
gist
over
stuff.
full production.
Only the
of
Scam
everything.
Nation stuff.
Yeah.
Every
and
day I
then-
wake up and I type in scamnation.com into my phone to see if there's a new video.
Right, and then they have to look me in the eye and say, "This is against every rule in the place." But
Gotcha.
I would like to put my job on the line to give
And seat you.
and your honored guests an experience.
Oh, this is not just you. Okay, got
maybe it's
Maybe it's
me.
part- okay,
maybe
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Okay,
It's a fan. Sorry, I'm trying to
at
remember.
this point, at this point, I
Let's be
reveal.
honest.
At this point, I reveal that there are no honored guests.
Oh, it's
And they're
actually just
they're
if
like-
that's easier for you.
right. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, all the better, just for you, sir."
And
then
so, do they put you at a two-top, at a booth, at a bar, at the nicer bar of the 2 bars, the 2+ bars? Of
they
the restaurant?
take me to one place and then pause, look over my shoulder. I see their eyes dilate as they realize a better table has opened up or is about to open up over my shoulder.
Mhm.
Then they
You
say,
don't want a table.
You
But
don't
they-
want this table.
but they don't tell me why. They say, could you hold for just one moment?
Mhm.
They walk over. I see some quiet whispering.
Yeah, you fucking eject the other table.
One of them quits,
One of the servers quit. The hosts quit.
but they don't
Okay.
make a big thing of saying out loud, I quit.
Yeah.
They just say, well, I guess you don't need me anymore. And they whisper it just loud enough for me to hear.
Yeah.
Off they go. Then they say, come over here. They're like, sir, I don't know who is here. I heard something that rhymes with resident. But they had ordered an IPA, so we would like you to have this IPA.
We'd like you to have this free IPA that is just now available.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Also, it was only made for presidents.
This is
Wait,
the
wait,
presidential
hold
glass.
on, hold on.
This is the fantasy, Justin. We're listening to the fantasy. We're not.
Well, I know. No. But I know this man. I know his fantasy. And I would, if I have one note, and I'll just submit it for your approval. You
Sure.
can either
Sure.
accept or deny. You don't want the table. You want there to be a busy bar that they're like chasing. All of a sudden people are being ejected from, so you can sit quietly at that bar while nobody else
Roll it back.
is
Roll it
allowed
back.
in there.
Here's what
Yeah.
happens. They're about to take me
Told
to a
you.
table.
Yeah.
Then they say, there's a discussion. Nobody quits. There's a discussion. And then somebody turns and phrases it in such a way where it becomes apparent to me that this was promised for a Make-A-Wish kid. But they're willing to let me
As you're
sit
walking
there.
up, they have to take away the big Make-A-Wish placard and move
That's
it to
right, that's right, that's right.
a visibly worse
Yeah.
table.
Yes. And then they're like, oh, sorry, it'll just be a moment, sir. And then they wait for me.
They have to make this noise when they put the placard.
Right.
Oh, I gotta do this
They
placard.
wait
over
for
here.
me to
It's a nice
say,
sculpture. placard.
It's made full bronze, not even plating. Like it's all bronze.
they allow me to say, oh, well, I mean, it's not that big a, and then they're like, sir, come on. If you don't take this seat, the only other seat in the place is at this bar. I mean, we wouldn't put you there. At which point I magnanimously would say,
Yeah.
Oh, I would have them. I
Yes.
would love to sit at the bar.
you know what? It'll be fine. And they say, you know what? Half off your first IPA. I wouldn't want to come.
Discounted.
Right? Half off, and then the manager leans over and says, provided you give a full tip. And I'm like, of course I will.
You missed it, Justin, when he attempted to give a $50 bribe to the host initially,
Yeah.
who then
$100.
rejected it magnanimously because all of the workers are paid well and have good insurance.
Yes.
Okay, so you're at the bar now. How would man,
I feel like I need a subscription to OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck? This is
it's
too
just
good.
Brian
I'm all
just
the way
listing-
in. Are you
Just
kidding me?
listing his own personal fantasy of what a restaurant experience.
We only
would
got
be.
to the part where I sit
haven't
down
ordered a
at
food
the
yet.
fucking bar.
You want to know what? After show.
That'll be the after
After
show.
show.
Put a pin
Put a
in it.
pin in
After
it.
show,
Put a
we'll
pin
say,
in
yeah.
it.
All right, I'm
Okay.
going to
All right,
note this down.
everybody in the chat, remember
has
that at
been
the end of the
sat
show, the
at-
after show needs to be Brian.
Is it the bar is quiet,
Oh.
right? At a quiet, good bar in the.
And for
Also
the
a
record,
secret
I'm gonna
bar that
be
nobody knows
lit.
about. That's totally full.
But everyone gets ejected, right? Just all of a sudden, like a lot of like servers are like,
Ideally, it would be
things
great
are getting settled up.
if I saw a couple of other people not be able to make it in front of me.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe one of them
throw
holding
out
their
there.
their bowl of pasta, obviously being set at the secondary bar. There's
Yeah.
2 bars. There's
Maybe,
2
maybe
plus
somebody
bars.
protesting it, saying like their benefits are too good.
I would
Ding-a-ding-ding-a-ding.
imagine if I know you, the real fantasy is the bar is empty. You are sat there, but then anybody else who would normally walk toward are like very discreetly shooed away because now the bar is protected. So you are taking a distressed asset, hacking the system, if one would say,
Ooh.
and now making it what true road warriors know is that the bar is the best fucking seat at the restaurant because you are given far more attentive service than you would even at the highest end restaurant by sitting at a table.
Also, just gonna throw this out there: 2 lookalikes, not the actuals, lookalikes. A Quentin Tarantino and a Matthew McConaughey in a booth over in the corner that I never acknowledge, but look like at some point they pull out what looks like a composition notebook and they're writing a
Are
script
they
or something.
are they doing a bit or are they just there eating?
They're there for me to ignore.
Okay.
They pull out paper to
So they're
write
not
a
he's not like
script.
animatedly
They are
getting up
there
and
for Brian
talking
to
or
ignore.
yeah.
No. As a matter of fact, they're real boring and they make me feel better for not having bothered to go over there.
They make you feel like the good fan. Oh my god.
So at one point you just kind of like pull out your AirPod and you're like, or whatever your fucking weird Raycons are like, and you're like you look over and you're like, huh. And you go right back to playing Hearthstone.
The only way to make it any better, if you really want to goose it and get an extra tip, is out of the corner of my eye, I see one of them badly attempting to do a scam school bit to the other. but I refuse to engage.
Yeah.
Brian sees. In
God damn it.
his
What is this script?
Sorry. All right.
Although, by the way, it's the fucking putting your cigarette out on your tongue, and so they're violating laws. So they can
Smoking
do.
laws, yeah.
They're using their star power, so they can light up a cigarette in a restaurant. And they're like, "Oh, I saw it on the internet. Matthew McConaughey. All right. And then you're like,
My cigarette's a light. All right.
all right, let's do the fucking.
All right.
All right.
All
Here
right.
we go, everybody. Let's start Night Attack.